Women are pissed that they have to pay to get in clubs now, just like men do. Let's see how it's going.
Is clubbing dead everywhere? Like, is it just LA? Because no one goes clubbing anymore. Like, no one even wants to go out. None of my friends have been to the club. I haven't been to a club in months.
It's called growing up.
What happened to clubbing?
We are broaching right now.
I just want to say that New York club culture, everyone's complaining about, oh my god, New York club culture is dead. Why is it dead? Why is it dead? It's because these musty, dusty bouncers that are these stupid...
Musty, busty bouncers.
They said, for 2 girls, yeah? $150.
Is everyone well in the head?
Like, no.
Are we okay?
And then we said, oh, we hate ourselves, so we can do 40. They said, no, 50.
$150 to go in the club.
There's no line watch.
No. Am I missing something?
Question is, what is the biggest ick in a girl?
The biggest ick in a girl is when she doesn't buy me a drink. I look at her, and she looks at me.
Dang.
I go,
Men have changed.
She goes, no. And I'm like, what the
Respect. You know, why is it that we always have to buy the drinks?
Let's change culture. Men have feelings too.
Okay.
I went to the club recently for my friend's birthday, and I gotta say, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't ever go to the club, but he wanted to go, so I popped out for him. And that was the last time the club will ever see me.
Popped out is a weird thing to say.
$20 to $50 just to get in, and then paying another $20 for a watered down drink just to stand around and listen to music that ain't even good. You can miss me with that.
Clubs suck, honestly. I don't know why you all keep going to them. Let me know if you all go to clubs. 90% girls.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
No men. Interesting. Yeah, there's like no men there.
Yeah, damn, ain't that great.
Now, is that how the women like it? You know, because they always do say we don't go for the men. But yeah, and I thought women like to go out to the club because they need to get men to buy their drinks. So how are they going to even afford that? When there are no guys to pay for our drinks at the first club, so we have to move clubs. That is so sad. I gotta be honest, are you all just sitting around paying for these drinks and then just, they don't ever talk to you again? Like, why would you keep doing that? You've got money and spend it on an insane trip with the boys instead of the club for a useless fashion. Yes. See? That's what I'm talking right there. I know you all agree with me there. Wouldn't you rather just spend time with the boys or spend time with the girls out at a travel trip like that?
The UK is losing 5 nightclubs per week. Woo. And sadly, this is another one right in the heart of the city of London. Huge rents on these places. I mean, look at the size of it right by St. Paul's. It would have cost tens of thousands of pounds. So clubbing's dying in the UK too. To keep going. The place actually used to go all the way down there and down there. In fact, over 40% of nightclubs in the UK have closed since 2020. And the reason for it is because the younger generation just aren't going out as much. They're spending more time on social media and interacting with friends and family in more of a digital way.
Not a lot of money.
And also the younger generation just aren't drinking as much anymore. In fact, 26% of people aged 18 to 24 don't drink at all. And that figures up from 15% just 10 years ago. And it's going more and more in that direction as people become more health conscious.
So this is what New York clubs do.
New York clubs do.
The club is filled up, not even. I'm being sarcastic. It's this many people in the spot, and they have lines like this. This goes around the corner. This is for Zeddy Will.
That all looks nasty there,
They won't let anybody inside, having people to pay to get in to cut the line. And you go nowhere. And they're holding everybody up. There's literally open space. This is a Zeddy Will event. This is what they do in New York. Want you to pay them $100 to get in.
No.
Just for this. Or else you wait on a line that goes
for
around
one night.
The corner.
And that doesn't even cover the drinks, right?
So I'm old and I've lived in multiple cities, and I remember there was a time when you could literally get into the club like just because you were a girl. Promoters would come out onto the street and look for girls, offer them bottles, offer them shots if they came into the club. Years ago, the guy at the door, he was telling me, I hate it when girls just come to the club and expect to get in for free. I don't care how pretty you are going to stand in line. I was like, oh my gosh. Thinking to myself, where did I get the idea that girls go to the club and don't stand in line? Because I have this idea in my head that girls just don't stand in line.
Is that like from the movies or something?
Because now that I've been seeing all this discourse about club culture, it's because there was a time. It's like I forgot about it. It was so long ago, but there was a time when if you were a group of girls, you were definitely getting into the club for free. You were skipping the line because men bring the money and the men want to go where the girls are at, but not anymore. The men want to go where the men are at, and they just don't need girls to have a good time
anymore. Oh my goodness, you don't want to come out with us to the club anymore? No. The boys are on the couches. The boys are on the couches.
The boys are on the couches.
And the boys are on the couches. Getting on the couch used to be a bad, like you used to have to be a bad to be able to sit in the section on the couch. Like you could have been a cute girl and you get into the section and you stand. All night you're standing.
Oh.
Now you go to the club and it's only boys on the couch. It's only boys. There's not even a girl on there. It's only boys in the section.
I must not go to clubs enough because I thought she meant that they were at home playing video games or something.
I love the club.
I don't know what the couches are.
I love the club. I used to go to the club 5 nights a week. Like, it got so bad, security used to know me by my first name, not check my bag, not check my ID, walk me in. That's how much I used to love the club. But I went recently, and I noticed 25 men sitting on the couch, and all the girls on the floor standing around the table. And I could understand, maybe I got ugly. Maybe I got ugly and they don't want to let me on the couch. But there's not a single woman on the couch.
Maybe I got ugly. When you don't make it in time for the free entry before 10:30 p.m. cutoff.
Why would I, as a lady, pay $40 to get into the club with 1 hour left? I'm standing out of, first of all,
I don't know. Why would you?
This is the type of club where you make a
Why would you pay
reservation
$40 for 3
and you get in
hours?
free, but I guess you're supposed to get there before a certain time, but didn't specify that you were supposed to get into the club before a certain time. So I'm trying to show the guy my code. The one guy talking about, oh, you got a reservation? This hating other man talking about, that's not good. It's $40. Why would I pay $40? Why would I pay $30? Why would I pay $20?
It ruined club culture, man. It's simple.
Now it's women.
It's women. Like, yo, if y'all came to the club to mingle, like how men come to the club to mingle, it would still be the same. No man goes to the club with the intention to not meet a woman. Women go to the club with the intention to not give a else in that.
It was this club
That's
in
a
New
good
York,
point.
and it was an all-women's club. The women was in there, just all of them were just on their phone. Like, nobody was dancing. They wasn't even standing. They was in their phone.
That's how it would be with all men as well.
No. If it was an all-man club, it would have been empty because nobody would have went.
Why you have
That
to
is
come
the
to a
fight,
club
right?
with the intentions of meeting a guy, though?
Or just to mingle.
Exactly.
Or just meet
Like I said, this is the reason
but what I'm
that
saying-
it's over
She's
with,
proving
bro.
his
Like,
point.
yo, you wanna hang with your
Oh my
friends? Y'all
God.
can go to
You get
dinner.
what I'm saying?
Y'all go to dinner. Y'all go to Dave and Buster's. Y'all go all the
I'm not a big club guy, so I agree to a certain extent that it doesn't make sense to go to the club if you're not going there to meet somebody. Why would you go to the club otherwise? I'm not a club guy though. Keep that in mind. It doesn't make much sense to me.
Club culture died when y'all started making women paid again. Okay, I know people love to say, oh, it was the music, they stopped making dancing music. No, it was when y'all started making
What music
women
do they
pay.
play?
Because at the end of the day, when I started clubbing, the women got in free and the men paid. Why? Because us women bring out the men. Men come because they know there's going to be girls there. And as soon as y'all started...
I don't know if that's true because all these videos we're seeing now is there's a lot of women there, but no men are even coming.
treating us like boys, it wasn't fun no more, okay? Anytime you go into a club and you first walk in and you scope the scenery, the first thing, this is how you know it's going to be a bad vibe. When you scope the scenery and you say, dang, there's a lot of here. There's a lot of men in here and not enough women. For every one woman, there's like 10. That ain't fun. Like, that's the thing that you're like, ooh.
That don't sound fun for anyone.
And I know men say the same thing because you want to be where the girls are at, right? And I feel like this Metro Boomin situation is a prime example of how far club culture has died, how far gone it is. Because this man literally had to end his event early because grown men would not get off the stage.
1 Want to be the speed dating event during the male loneliness epidemic, and there was no men to be found. I've never heard of a man that's went to these speed dating things. Have you guys ever went to that?
Went to Cipriani last night in Beverly Hills. The vibe was so dead. I mean, as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh my god. I don't know what's up with LA scenery. It's not it. Literally, not it at all. After that, we went for a drink to Gravitas, the private club. It was empty. So
I've
I
never
don't know
been to
what's
an LA
happening
club.
with LA because the scene is just there's nowhere to go. People are not out. I don't know. I guess they're not going out anymore. Maybe a lot of people moved, but the scene in LA is dead. Literally, I don't even feel like going out because it's just the vibes are off.
Why do you guys think all these are dying? I mean, obviously, I think it's just because women are paying again, and it just sounds like a horrible scenario altogether. But you guys tell me why you think it's dying. When you see a group of guys trying to get in the club, but they don't want to pay for the table. So was she supposed to be enticing them? I don't get it. I wouldn't be enticed.
So a few months ago, I made a video titled Dating in DC talking about how there are more women than men at the club, and that gives them this disproportionate advantage where they now kind of act and behave as if they're the prize. And a lot of people either agreed
Technically they
or
are.
said that
Supply
I was
and demand.
male-centered, and I basically was like, okay, I will never talk about this on the internet again. And then I was scrolling on Posh and I came across this. So apparently this weekend there was this event called Women Love Beards. Essentially what it is, and I will read you the description from the organizers. Basically, they say in order to maintain gender balance experience, the men get in for free and the women pay $35 for
Wow.
entry. So this is the men's page, and then I'll show you the women's page. There's a whole separate page for women to pay to be in the company of men. Guys, I fear we've lost the plot. I mean, I get it. This is how they're solving for it. But when I said that there's a gender
It does
imbalance
make sense.
and it's making men act like they're the prize, this is what we get.
They want men to be there to pay for their drinks, but I just don't think it's happening anymore. So why are men no longer going to the clubs?
I feel like what you say, the men are different.
They're
The men are
nicer,
much more respectful.
now, because like before you could like you be dancing and then after a while you gotta turn back like who the f- is this? No, I could be pushing back like he gonna come right. Like I hear doing
Well,
the
yeah,
most
that's
work.
an easy way to catch a charge, is it not?
Well,
No,
he
but
ain't
it's
teeth in the
true.
what? They ain't coming
But
teeth
it's
for
scary
wine no
now
more. Like they
because
stand up
even the whole
watching.
touching thing, because I always used to have an SVD and used to make me so annoyed when you pass people, they gotta touch you.
Yeah, that
especially
too.
the men. Now,
Nobody
They
hands
don't
up.
even
Well,
know
yeah,
the
that's-
part. I was
Nah.
surprised when somebody
Yeah.
come behind me.
honestly,
It was
they
very
get
very
shy.
shocking.
I'm kind of confused that you guys sound like you're upset. You don't get
no, because
bum rushed
now
anymore.
look,
Exactly. That guy hit it right on the tail, man. So they just now they're not happy that that a guy isn't interested in them or comes by to brush them or whatever. Make up your mind, women. The song that plays in my head walking in the club knowing I'm not going to pay for a single drink and rage. I have a feeling that's coming to an end real quick for these women. So why do you guys think the club scene's dying? Is it just because men are growing up and they just don't want to do it anymore? Do women just really not want to keep paying for themselves? What is it, guys? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.